the truth.
Hello everyone, welcome to our video. My name is Crypto David, and today I'm talking about the Quant network. Now, it's been quite a while since I did a video on Quant, but a good 5-6 days. So there's a lot of jam-packed information in this video, so make sure you stick around to the end. If it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe down below. Please leave a like in the video. Without further ado, here we go. Now, the title of this video is 100 QNT will be life-changing. It will be, I have predictions for Quant to, reach 10,000 per Quant. And, when that happens, you do the math yourself. Obviously, right now at time recording, it is $11,000. Don't take the title too seriously if you don't have 100 Quant. But it's definitely something to work towards, and we won't be hitting these 10k numbers until the far future, so you have plenty of time to actually pick up, the amount you actually need. Now, there's a tweet here I want to sort of tie in, and people always going about if you invested $100 in Bitcoin, they'll do like all the dates this year. This is how much you would have now, and people are saying, oh, I wish I had a time machine, or like all these sort of things, but it just puts into retrospect how much money you can make on projects that have utility and that are going to be around for a long time. And for QNT, that will happen. You'll see the future, the prices go up, and these points on an actual chart will be just a little blip. And it's all about willpower, because you really have to ask yourself, if you invest $100 in Bitcoin, when you're seeing even like, $1 million, over $1 million, would you be selling? Would you be taking, profit? It's not dumb at that moment to take profit on the asset, especially, something like Bitcoin. But obviously, Quant, the future, where it's going. So you have a bit more, willpower to actually, hold the token itself. And before I jump into any more tweets, I do want to quickly talk about the price. Now, the price right now is, it's looking quite tasty, because I have like, a dollar cost average method where I purchase at the start of every month, but I might have to step in and actually, purchase some more. It's looking really good. We're touching, sort of lows we had earlier in sort of March sort of time. And, anything around this sort of range is, an instant buy for me. And, I don't want to stress too much about picking a lower point, waiting too much, because when you're seeing these higher prices, it doesn't really matter if you invest 110, 115, 120, you're going to be sitting on insane amounts of profit. Now, I got a tweet here by Quant Network themselves. The number of people spending at least 10 days a month working on Web3 is under 5,000. One explanation too few. Developers have mastered the new languages needed to build decentralized applications. Quant's developer course solves this. And obviously, a while back, I made a video. It was in the video back in February sort of time. Quant empowers 27 million developers to become certified blockchain experts, and its market is expected to be worth $39.7 billion by 2025. Huge, and currently less than 1% of 27 million developers understand the complexities of blockchain technology. So if you're looking to be a developer, it's actually probably not a bad market to enter. 1% of 27 million. Probably can make a lot of money, and there's developers here and a developers program. So, all the information you need is right here. And down below here, it talks about, the topics they're actually going to be covering. And, I think a lot of stuff you can learn online, but it's definitely good to, be guided. So you're going to stay persistent on the path of actually, learning to become a developer. And, if you want to learn from the best. These guys are the best. Definition of a ledger, blockchain's function. I'm not going to read them all. But how to add new transactions to these DLT networks and how to connect multiple DLT networks. Got another tweet here by Crypto News Shark, and it's prominent QNT influencers. Dread Bongo, one of my favorites. This is where I get most of my Twitter content from, and a lot of people on the list here. And one day, hopefully, I will be in the list. I think I'm probably like rank 60, 70. I don't know how many Quant influencers there is, but one day I'll be top 10 on that list someday. I got a tweet here by Dread Bongo, who's just on the list. I remember when QNT crossed $1, it was a big deal. I remember when QNT crossed $10, massive. I remember when it hit $100 on Coinbase, huge moment. There's not a doubt in my mind we will one day see the next milestone of 4 and 5-digit QNT. It's obvious now. Just look down here as well. And this guy says, I wish I knew about Quant at $1. Me too, but you can actually just imagine, when we're at $1,000, people wishing they got in at 100. It's this constant endless loop. It's a scam at the first. It's too late to invest. It's like a constant loop. But now is the best time to invest. And a lot of people are asking, when is this going to happen? When is this target going to be reached? I need a day, but it's like, no one knows, and I don't know. I'm not from the future. But, you just got, accumulate lower periods, hang tight, and just wait. You'll see when it comes, and that moment will be legendary. Got a tweet here by Just a Tech Guy. QNT over Ledger Network is collaborating with 5 biggest central banks. No matter how big your interoperability compare is, Quant will connect it. DLT gateways are future-proof. And he says down here as well, multi-chain apps built with Overledger require QNT to be paid for a transaction. I've said this before. they have to actually, pay QNT to do that. And with the supply as well, and only 1% of QNT, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but 1% of QNT being left on exchanges, the supply is going to outweigh the demand, especially, it's happened before, 40x is happening, and whether there's lengthening cycles or not, if the bull run doesn't continue, when the next bull run happens, there's going to be these huge surges happen. And I've always said before, when the market is down, QNT is probably one of the best, products to invest in short term because it recovers the fastest and the quickest. And the market sentiment is in fear right now, and that's like, why I'm alluring to, purchase some more QNT. And with Bitcoin as well, people are getting quite panicky. It was a healthy pullback at first, and it's pulled back in even more. But I think, if we drop below 38k sort of level, I would be worrying. Not worrying, I'm never worrying, but like, I would be like, keeping an eye on Bitcoin, to see if it goes past. But if we can create some support around this sort of area, I mean, it's higher lows. We're creating higher lows at the end of the day. So I'm still feeling, positive and bullish. But either way, if it's fearful, I'll pick up more. If it's greed, I'll take profit. So in the long run, I'm chilling. And the only reason right now, if you be, emotional or fearful in the market, is if one, you're over-invested, you've got too much money invested, so you're constantly checking your portfolio, you're stressed out, or two, you're investing in products that you don't actually believe in, you haven't done research on, and you've just, took someone else's word. So you need to believe in the products you're actually invested in. I went on a tweet here by Tokenizer. 10 years from now, it won't matter. Example, it won't matter if you bought QNT at $120 or $135. A $15 move in price by then, they will move the needle less than 1%, given that the dots stay connected. All that matters is that you see what's happening, that you take action. Pretty much what I said before. Obviously, it's good to pick points. I'm not, saying that's bad to do that. Pick your points. If you want to invest at certain price points, get the best amount for your money. But if you're constantly, waiting and you can't, pick a price to pick, if you really believe in the product long term, you're not going to be too worried about what actual entry point you get in. And I got a bit of a sidetrack tweet here, but it links into, crypto and life in general. Work even if you're tired, exercise even if you're unmotivated, approach movement even if you're nervous. You won't get anywhere in life if you wait for the perfect time. I really think it's very important because on my crypto account I have very motivational and Twitter stuff. Whenever there's days you can't be bored, it's so good on your Twitter feed when you're sort of like on these, entertainment apps like YouTube or TikTok, you're trying to distract yourself. But it's really good to have, motivational, inspirational stuff on these apps so you're constantly, in the loop and you're reminded of it. Last tweet of the day here, and I want to leave you guys with this video because, it goes into, the future of the crypto market and how, Bitcoin and ETH are not really that useful and they're going to get replaced future, and it ties into, it doesn't say QNT, but it alludes to it in that sense. And we'll read here, the flood of the capital by private enterprise and institutions will flow into crypto. CDFI will be the biggest market on earth, with QNT OVN as the ultimate key for acceptance of public networks into private enterprise and institutions. QNT will adopt the crypto space. So I'm going to leave you guys with a video. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted, and I'm going to leave you with that. But this has been pretty much it for today's video. Love talking about QNT. I'm still feeling bullish. I'm going to pick up some after this video, or maybe, I'll see if we can drop down even further. But, down 9% a day, it does look a good time to pick up. Based for in the video, thank you very much for watching. Please do like down below. I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.
When we get policy and the regulator regulates, that's not a negative thing. The spigots of capital are going to flood into this sector like you've never seen. And so for those of us that can invest in it now, you're getting ahead of what's going to be a huge wave of interest when policy occurs. I predict in the next 10 years that crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin, all of this innovation will be the 12th sector of the S&P. Now, why do I say that? Because Bitcoin is not a coin, it's software. Ethereum is software. Avalanche is software. Helium is software. Solana is software. It's all software. And the smartest hands over keyboards today in the world are developing on the chain and bringing innovation to financial services, which in the end is the largest sector on earth. Now, what we need is policy. We need government to catch up with us so that we don't lose leadership in America to this very important 12th sector of the economy. There's no question. The truth.